Got him. Oh yeah, and I almost forgot. This is my GoPro right here. This is the contraption I made to put my cell phone in, and so that I can record video like a GoPro. It's just a freaking U-clamp and a hat with a notch cut in it. Kind of like you're looking for gold, but the ground moves under you, pretty much. But here's the crabs. I didn't miss none that time. Oh, it's freaking way worse today than it was yesterday. Like, I'm in the middle of the parking lot and it's past my freaking ankles. Like, you straight up and down cannot see. I mean, it's freaking nuts. Like, the boats and stuff look like they're just floating in the middle of freaking water, and the finger pier that I was looking at yesterday had that bird on it. Here it is. It's underwater. I mean, it's straight. That's the freaking finger pier right there. It is straight underwater. And there's my bird right there. He's definitely fishing. He's enjoying this. But yeah, this is freaking nuts. It's gonna be a pain to put the boat in because the only way I know where the freaking thing is because the ladder's sticking up. Where the edges of the ramp are is because the ladder's sticking up. I mean, this is ridiculous. See this freaking, the fresh water yesterday from all this high tide, what it's doing is it's killing my clams. All that fresh water is not good for your clams because the salinity level of the water, they don't like fresh water. And where I'm crabbing, you know, the water's pretty fresh and the clams don't like it. So that's not good. Hopefully, you know, hopefully it's not that bad, but I guess we'll see. That freaking bird is just sticking in there. I mean, he ain't scared of nothing. He's just enjoying this, sitting around the finger pier and fishing. This is where I park my truck. I took my pants off early today. This is where I park my truck, okay? So that's not going to be good for my freaking, well, I guess they're aluminum, but it's still not going to be good for nothing. As far as, you know, it's not going to be good for anything. It's not good. And it looks like the freaking boats are just like floating, like in the middle of, I don't know. That's crazy. God, I offer myself to thee, to build with me, and do with me as thou wilt. Please relieve me of the bonds of self, and relieve me of my difficulties, because victory over them could bear witness to those that could help by thy power, thy love, and thy way of life. May I do thy will always. Amen. Alright, well, the first round ended up with 3 crabs. And I missed 2. See, what happened was, there was one, I got it in the net, and then I wasn't expecting another one came right after it, and I backed off to get the other one, and when I did that, the one that was in there started swimming out. Then I went to try to get him and then try to get the other one, and my mind just split between the 2 crabs. I didn't get none. I mean, that's kind of like a, you know, not just a lesson in trot lining, but a lesson in life. So, yeah. Hopefully it'll pick up a little bit. I really like this outgoing tide because I don't got to loosen my lines quite as much. Because, see, what happens is, as the tide's going out, your buoys drop, and the line kind of loosens itself. Because as you run it, it just if you run it the same way all day, like I generally do, it'll just kind of tighten between your chains, and You know, it just does. So that's kind of why I like working the outgoing tide a little bit better. I mean, I don't know if it necessarily does better crabbing, but you know, it's a little bit less fooling around with your lines and what have you. And you know, something people always told me out here with this stuff, and which is, you know, rings very true, is just very small adjustments. You know, like loosening, tightening, just tiny adjustments. Because if you try to overdo it, like, you know, you'll be all messed up. You'll have to go back and do all kinds of stuff. Whereas if you're making real small adjustments, yeah, everything might not be perfect, but you can still run your lines and keep going. So that's really, you know, that's really important. All right, on that round, it exactly doubled. I caught 6 on that one towards sunrise, but the tide, it's all the way up. It's not moving, so you know, that's not good for crabbing. Like, it's just probability number. Like, if the tide's moving in and out, there's more movement under that water, and there's a higher probability that a crab's going to find your bait. Just like if you're looking for gold or something, if you just keep trying in the same spot, you know, there's a lower probability that you're going to find gold, as opposed to if you're moving all over the place and you're trying to find gold. You know, there's a higher chance you're going to find it. It's kind of like the ground. It's kind of like you're looking for gold, but the ground moves under you, pretty much. But here's the crabs. I didn't miss none that time. So, I mean, that's rare. It's rare for me to miss crabs now. That was a serious fluke. So, I'm gonna keep picking at them. I'm just taking it real slow. Like yesterday, even though I didn't do much, it was the second time it's really kind of felt like a normal day. Like, everything was consistent and kind of did what I thought it was going to do, where opposed to it's been kind of not really doing that exactly. So, yep, just going to keep picking at them, and hopefully I can, I don't know, it'd be nice to get more than a basket at least. That'd be nice. Oh yeah, and I almost forgot. This is my GoPro right here. This is the contraption I made to put my cell phone in, and so that I can record video like a GoPro. It's just a freaking U-clamp and a hat with a notch cut in it. You know, got these freaking people spending all this money and everything else. Like, I'm not even trying to make videos. Like, I just kind of come out and film some of what I'm doing. Like, I'm not even putting any effort into, you know, making this a big production or whatever. And I mean, that's why I think it's cool. You know, I don't go buy a whole bunch of stuff, you know, to try to make videos. I'm not trying to do this. Like, I'm just doing like what I normally do and filming it. So hopefully we'll get some crabs now. It's slowly picking up. That round I got 9 on that whole round. It was 3, then 6, and now it's 9. Now this guy right here, this was nuts. What happened was, this is a freaking, it's over 8-inch crab. What happened was, I was going through a murky spot. It's pretty clear, but you can see the murky spots. And it was in one of the murky spots, and I just saw, you know, I knew something was coming, and then I just saw the line snap up. And this is the new line, and there is a snapping turtle in here I see sometimes. But I was like, you know, you see the line snap up like that, it's generally a snapping turtle. You know, I didn't even see this crab, but I just dipped down there, and I pulled this up. I mean, that's a big, hard crab right there. I mean, that's a, you know, over 8-inch crab is serious. That's a big crab. With an empty load, I'm just kind of curious how fast this thing goes. So I went ahead and downloaded this little app, and I'm gonna go ahead and check it out. I might figure out how many miles I go tomorrow because it's got that on it too. But right now I'm going 2. So I'll go ahead and speed her up and see what happens. So she tops out at about 23 miles per hour. That's pretty good. I thought it was around 20. Alright, it's 8:24, and last round I caught, it was my best round of the day, got like 12. And this round I just did, I caught 1 crab, and I'm not even sure if it's legal, so I might have to throw him back. You know, I see that a lot though. Like, you'll have a really good one, and then it slacks right off, like big time. So far, you know, I'm not doing hot at all. Like, this is bad. You know, I've got those guys, and I've got these guys. I mean, all together, it's horrible. Like, I've got, you know, I've got a small piece. It's like a freaking 1/8 of a basket. It's got like 5 pounds. So, it's not good. You know, I might have to start thinking about trying to find some water with some higher salinity. Because, I mean, that's kind of what it's looking like it might be. So, it is what it is. I'm going to go ahead and run them one more time. And, you know, if I run that first one, nothing comes up, I'm going to start yanking. It's 9:18. The wind picked up a little bit. It's kind of holding this tide in here so it won't move. I mean, they just dropped off to nothing. I don't have any more than I did on the last tape. I mean, I put up 1 line. Alright, I'm pulling this line in. I saw a crab on there, so I just threw it back in the water. I'm gonna see if I can't get myself hand lining one real quick. Got him. See if he's a keeper. Oh yeah. That's a one. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe.